morning, it's Peggy McColl. Welcome back to the Morning Money class. Have you ever heard the term tough love? Well, tough love is usually an example of that is when a parent is asking a child to do something that the child doesn't want to do, but the parent knows it's best for the child or that it's going to lead to something good. And an example of that is, let's say a child doesn't want to do their homework and the parent says, you've got to do your homework. Now, it's not that the parents are being bullies or meanies. They're just asking the child to do something that will serve them later on in their life. And it's the same thing with candy. You know, if a child wants to eat all kinds of candy or they're trying to eat candy before a meal and the parent will say, no, you can't have that. And of course the child's upset because the child really wants that candy, but the parent's not doing that or suggesting that to be a meanie. They simply want what's best for the child. Well, I care about you and I want what's best for you. So tough love is really about making suggestions that may be uncomfortable, you may not want to do, but I know and you will find that it serves you in greater ways. So some things that I notice is some people are still struggling. And you know something, and this may sound overly, I don't know, bizarre or like a big promise, but struggle is not something that you need to have. And so if you've been struggling and maybe you're in a compromising situation or a challenging situation right now, what do you do about that? Well, you've got to get your focus off what you don't want and focus more on what you do want. Now, I know there's some people that are in really big challenging situations, financial stress, if you will. And I know it can be harder in those times to really shift your focus away from what you don't want and move it over to what you do want. It also can be harder once you start going down the spiral downward or find yourself in a hole to not dig it deeper. And it's not that you want to dig it deeper. It's not that that's where you want to be. But my suggestion is that you've really got to manage your thoughts. Really pay attention to what is it that you're thinking about? What is it that you're focusing on? And do it consistently. Do it daily. And then when you find that you're doing things that you know, and you will know, this is really common sense, you will know that they're non-supportive, then stop yourself. Get to a point where you create better disciplines. Like I have disciplined myself that every single day, here's what I do. I wake up in the morning and I write in my gratitude journal. And then immediately after writing in my gratitude journal, I will read my affirmations. And I read several affirmations. Now this process takes maybe 15, 20 minutes. And I know there are times when I wake up that I have a flight to catch to go fly and speak somewhere or do an event. I also will wake up and I've been waiting for an email to land in my inbox, and there's that natural desire to head on over and check out the emails that are sitting in my inbox. But you know what? I discipline myself that I must and I do write in my gratitude journal first. That's the very first thing that I do. And then I read my affirmations. And you know something? I never miss. And you could ask my husband. I mean, he lives with me. He's with me all the time. And I heard him saying that to someone recently, that Peggy never misses. She always does this thing. So those are just a couple of the things that I do to start the day. But also, every time I have a shower and I get out of the shower, I always say affirmations. And I'll say them in the mirror, looking myself eyeball to eyeball in the mirror. And that's a discipline that I do. Now, you're getting ready anyway, so why not do these things? Actually, better question is, how will you do these things starting today or starting tomorrow? Another thing that I do every single day is I study. I study something and I surround myself with books so it reminds me to study. I have books beside my bed. I have books here in my office. I have books in the family room. I have books in my briefcase when I'm traveling. So I'm always studying. And of course I have electronic books as well. iBooks on my computer and on my iPhone as well. So I study a part of every day, even if it's only 10 minutes, and that's easy to do. Sometimes I'll study before I drift off into sleep. And I always do that exercise, the pre-sleep moments of asking myself, now that your dream is fulfilled, how do you feel? And another thing that I do every single day is I listen to my Power Life script. And sometimes I listen to it multiple times, but minimum at least one time a day I listen to my Power Life script. Now these are all disciplines. I've disciplined myself. I've created tough love for myself. So even though I may not feel like doing those things, I do them anyway. And I've fallen in love with doing them. It's just a part of my daily practice. I brush my teeth every day. I'm going to do these things every single day. So my suggestion for you today is think of one thing, just one thing This is a tough love thing, but I'm being easy on you and gentle on you. And maybe you're already doing these things. And if you are, great. Add one more thing that you could do. Well, what could be that one thing be? It could be that you grab a journal and that you decide that you're going to write out an affirmation every day, perhaps 60 times a day. I'm so happy and grateful now that, and you write this affirmation 20 times in the morning, 20 times midday, and 20 times at the end of the day. Now that's going to take some time to do, but I'll tell you one thing, that because you're focusing on what you're writing, and when you really feel the outcome of whatever it is that you're writing, you will manifest that. That's how it works. So my suggestion for you today is to create some tough love for yourself. You should love yourself unconditionally like you love your children or someone else. If you're in love with someone else, unconditionally. Love yourself that way as well. Tough love is good love. Tough love is about positivity. Tough love is about further enhancement, development, progress. That's what it's all about. And that's what I wish for you today. Create some tough love, create some new disciplines, add one more thing to your list of the things that you're already doing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do exactly as I suggest to you, and then watch the benefits, watch how it impacts your life in only positive ways. That's my message for you. You know that I care about you. You know that I love you. You know that I do these morning money classes for you to benefit you. I am here to help you. All right, I see your results already changing. I see positivity happening in your life. I see great things for you because your success is guaranteed. Now have fun with it, and I'll see you in the next Morning Money class.